Well, hi there. Got up bright and early this morning and said, I'm going to record a vlog. Okay, it didn't happen quite that way. Threw some coffee in a pan on the stove, drank it hot, and yes, I do drink my coffee cowboy style. I don't live in the West, I'm not a cowboy, but that's how I make my coffee. And I decided to talk about something. Today, we are talking about why you shouldn't buy cheap lenses, okay? Why it's a bad idea. If you can afford expensive lenses, to buy cheap lenses. And most of the time, even if you can't afford cheap, expensive lenses, save up for however long a period of time. But don't go and just settle for these. That's what we're talking about today. And the first point I want to talk about is focus, specifically autofocus. Now, with this lens, you might as well go and set it to manual focus, okay? Because autofocus stinks, okay? Honestly, this autofocus is so slow, I don't know how to describe it. I could honestly go and I could, make myself a BLT. I love BLTs. I can make myself coffee. I love coffee as well. I could drink the whole pot and then I could come back and this might be focused. Okay, not literally, but this autofocus takes forever. First of all, it takes forever, and also if you're basically a little bit beyond the focusing point, then it'll roll all the way out and roll all the way back in, and this lens is horrible at autofocus, okay? As I already said, I think I did. You might as well use manual focus, okay? Just use this up here to turn and focus just right. Use manual focus because, as I've already said in the previous vlog, using manual focus and going partway out of focus can help develop a feeling and express it to your audience. So, using this lens, no, for focus, okay? Now, yes, I do use autofocus if I'm taking a picture and I need, if I'm taking a picture and it's not like a time, where something might fly away or whatever, it's not time inhibited, then yes, I might focus with this because Canon's autofocus is better than I am at manual focus. So if you're time prohibited at all, this is not the lens to get because its autofocus is ghastly horrible. Now, once it autofocuses, then it's a good autofocus. But waiting that 10 minutes for it to focus is not going to really cut it, okay? At least with most people. Especially not if you're shooting portraits, something like that, this would not be the lens to go with. And another reason why you would not want to buy this lens right here is bad image quality. Now, yes, of course, this is obvious. Image quality will make or break your image, okay? And pretty much bad image quality is useless in photography. Because if you take an image, it might be just an absolute stellar image and you would have, say, sold a lot if you're selling it on stock sites or whatever you may be doing. But if it's really bad quality, people are going to look at it and go, nah, just go on to the next one. Even go on to an image that maybe wasn't as good composition or something like that. But since your image is bad quality, nope, nada. They're just not going to do it. That's not going to cut it. So obviously, this is a given. Obviously, image quality is absolutely essential when you're taking photos with your camera. I guess I lost for words there for some reason. Now, all the way back in at 75 millimeters, I think it was 75 millimeters, 75 to 300, by the way. At 75 millimeters, this lens is pretty good, okay? The image is crisp, but by the time you get all the way out to 300 millimeters, it's really bad, okay? Now, I've noticed that maybe it's a piece in it that's kind of falling out and back in. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. Maybe it's lighting. I'm not quite sure. But sometimes, under certain circumstances, this camera lens at 300 millimeters does pretty good. And the crispness of the image, still, it isn't pro quality, but it is pretty good. Now, this is an image that I took when the camera was all the way out at 300 millimeters, and see, it's pretty crisp. This is also an image that I took at 300 millimeters, and this is absolutely some type of awful. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, you can see it for yourself. That image is totally horrible. And those were both images at 300 millimeters. I'm not quite sure if it was sick one day or what the deal was, but yeah, sometimes it just looks better than others. What can I say? So whether something falling out of place or lighting, this lens, if it's lighting, then the lens can't hold up to it. If it's something falling out of place, then with cheap lenses, guess what? You're going to have that problem. You're going to have they're not built as sturdy, and so they are going to have parts that fall out of place. This thing wiggles up here a little bit. That's not good at all. But I mean, it does have a metal ring around the back there, and some lenses have plastic, so that is a plus. This does have a metal ring at least, so I will give that to Canon. But no, this is not the lens to go with if you're wanting good image quality. Also, it doesn't have any stabilization, which lens this size, okay, whatever. No stabilization, but that just adds to it. You have to turn up the shutter speed, and then, yeah, just put that under advisement, I don't know how to explain it. The lens feels sort of flimsy, like it might break on you at any second, like definitely dropping it like I have known photographers to do. Thankfully, I don't think I've dropped my lens. I may have before, but anyways, dropping this is going to damage it a lot more than this can damage a well-built image. And then it is going to have bad image quality if it breaks. Very bad. So now that I've torn this lens down to absolutely, I don't know, just torn it down, I'm going to be talking about is this lens for you? Now, with all that I've said, if that doesn't affect you, if that doesn't affect your decision, you probably need to see a doctor, like right now. Really, though, if you're a beginner and you're not really looking for a perfect image right now, you're just looking to train yourself, or if you're looking as a gift to someone and you're just wanting them to learn before you actually get them nicer things, maybe they've been known to drop things before, I don't know. But if beginners, whatever, this lens, okay, is good at 75 all the way, maybe like 200. I'm not quite sure where the exact range is. I've never tested that out. Just I know all the way at 300 is pretty bad, and 75 millimeters is pretty good image quality. The image quality doesn't have any blurriness, any chromatic aberration, things of that nature that it struggles with when it's in 300 millimeters. So this is effectively like a 75 to, say, 200 millimeter lens. Okay, so this is it does maintain a lot of its image quality from there. Now, I think it's about from 200 to 300 when it really starts to lose it. So if you're a beginner, maybe this lens is for you. Or if you're not looking for perfect image quality, again, I would probably see a doctor in that case. But maybe you're not. Maybe you're wanting to downsize it to like 4 megapixels because you're putting it on your site and you don't want it, your site to be, as slow as a turtle. Although it did win the race against the hare. The rabbit. The hare, I guess, But maybe for other reasons, if you're wanting to take pictures for your site and, like I said, downsampling to 4 megapixels, then whatever. This may be a perfect lens for you, even at 300 millimeters. Chances are it's not going to be, though, because... But you're wondering, is this a bad lens for you? So if you didn't fit under one of those categories I was just talking about, then yes, this lens is a bad lens for you. It's basically a bad lens for everyone else. If you're not wanting good image quality, that means if you are wanting good image quality, in other words, then this is a bad lens for you. Because if you're shooting portraits or you're shooting anything for clients, they're going to be wanting crisp images. Okay. Everyone knows, just like visual effects in movies. You may not be a visual effects artist, but when you see bad visual effects, you know. Okay, that same idea applies to photography. If you're going out and shooting for clients and it's a bad image quality, they may not have known, okay, don't shoot with this lens because it's bad image quality. But when you transfer it to them, they're going to also know this photographer doesn't know what he's doing. He has really bad image quality. So, if you're going to be shooting for clients, don't do this, okay? Expensive lenses can be pretty expensive, but they will pay off in the long run, especially for going and shooting for clients. You don't want to get into the situation where you're not referred to anyone else and they rate you badly just because you didn't get a good lens, okay? Honestly, kit lenses are better than this. More expensive lenses, depends on what you're looking for. I know this is competition, like the 70 to 200 millimeters is about $1,800. So yeah, just this was about under 200, around 200. I don't quite remember how much this was. I got a discount, so I think I did. So this is probably not a good image for you. And this may also be a problem with refurbished lenses, so I'd look into things, if you're looking for cheaper lenses that are more expensive, I'd take this into consideration when you're dealing with refurbished, because of course they're not brand new, they're not going to look brand new. And so refurbished, it may have been dropped. You don't know what's happened to it. So there may be a problem with the refurbished lens. So just take that into consideration as well. Now my camera is 24 megapixel or 24.22 megapixel, I think, if you want to get technical. And even at 24 megapixels on my little 3-inch monitor, 2-inch monitor, I don't know, it's probably like 3 inches or something. On my little monitor, you can still tell that's bad images without zooming in. So yeah, as you can see yourself, they're pretty horrible images most of the time. Now, when you go down to lower, the images still really hold up. So that is it for me today. If you like this video, click that like button down below. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment box down below. And for more videos on photography and cinematography, you click that subscribe button and click the bell beside for notifications. And I guess that's it. I'll see you in the next video. That would actually be a sweet one.